All right, guys. Looks like we are live. Hey, first real live stream. I did one was 2 days ago. Just to give it a shot, try out the technology, see how things work. But anyway, this is the first real live stream that I tweeted out that I was going live. I still kind of did it sneakily in a way because it's Saturday night. Things are pretty quiet. Twitter is really quiet, in particular for NBA Top Shot content, which is, what I want to talk about today. Happy to talk about some crypto stuff if anybody joins and you want to talk crypto as well. But I do have a little bit of an agenda from an NBA Top Shot perspective. I figured I would give you a market update on, now that the Cool Cats pack has been released, what's that done with the market? So we'll take a look at the market. We'll take a look at what I've been buying and a little bit of selling too, which you guys, you've been following me. I haven't done much selling at all. I have been doing a little bit of selling, and I'll tell you why as well. Cool Cast Challenge. Am I going to do that? Love to answer that question. Talk about some of the quality of moments. Whatever else, guys, whatever else you guys want to talk about. So feel free to ask me some questions. If not, I'm going to proceed with my agenda. All right, so let's talk first about. I think the best transition into all that is going on is to show you what I have been buying and what I have been selling, because it gives you my thought process around, where I think the market's at and where it's going. So, first of all, if I'm buying right now, I have slowed down my buying except for my drunk buying, which doesn't count. So I'll explain that as well. But I have slowed down my buying. I'm kind of getting to the point where I think I've spent enough money on NBA Top Shot, and from here on, my goal is to really only spend on NBA Top Shot if I liquidate some of the moments that I own, or hey, you know what? If crypto continues to moon and I feel like it's a good time to take some profits there, then I'll do that too. Crypto's down today, so not feeling rushed to do that right now. Anyway, so what am I buying? Okay, so I did buy Victor Oladipo, $7 moment. I feel like he's getting pretty low. He is one of the new guys. One of the 35K CC Commons that is now limited edition. So if you don't know, maybe this information is in a couple places, but I'm big on the first mint. I'm sure if you're in this community, you guys follow them as well. But I love the way that they summarize things on their Twitter, and you can see here the moments that have been retired from the 35K CC. So you guys know I've been saying for a while that I don't buy 35K CC moments because, well, many of them were still far away from being maxed out in terms of the moments minted and moments that were available up for sale. So I don't really like to mess with moments that basically, still have a bunch that are going to get pumped into the market. So I stayed away from buying some of those, with some exceptions that I'll show you. Why did I buy Oladipo? Because one of my other sort of philosophies around what I am buying when I am actively buying is buying players that could potentially have a good run in the playoffs. Now, this is going to be controversial with Oladipo. He's injured again. He's always injured. But Oladipo is one of the guys that I have been exposed to in the NBA, because if you don't know, I'm a massive Raptors fan. And so my exposure to the NBA for many, many years, probably for 20 years, 25 years, I think the Raptors have been in existence, is I've always been a Raptors fan. I've always watched Raptors games, maybe 50% of the Raptors games in a season, on a low season, 30%, high season, 75%. The point being is that I'm pretty well exposed to those that play on the East Coast and that have played the Raptors, not so much on the West Coast. Oladipo's one man that I saw. I mean, of course, he got injured in the Raptors game, and I was watching that game live when his, knee injury actually occurred against the Raptors. But point being is, when he's hot, he is hot. And I know it's controversial. He might not even be ready for the playoffs, but it's a $7 moment that I felt like I just couldn't keep my hands off as soon as I found out that he was going limited edition. So why not? Pure flyer, guys. I have no idea whether that's going to work out or not. And I only bought one of them. So I'm not too stressed out about that decision. Anyway, what else have I been buying? So I do have a couple of the moments that I got from packs from the legendary drop up for sale. I did say that I was not going to sell these moments. However, I especially with John Collins, the reason why I'm going to sell my John Collins is purely because I want to replace him with something else. So I'm not going to stay liquid for long if he ends up selling. If he doesn't sell, I'm not too worried about it. But I'm going to do one of two things. I'm either going to replace John Collins with Siakam or Lowry's holo icon that was released in the same set that only costs a little bit more. As a Raptors fan, as a collector, I'd rather have a Raptor than a John Collins. So, that's really the only reason I'm trying to sell him. But guys, Zion's rookie, which I don't have today, was down to 4K, and I have had my eye on that Zion moment for quite a while. It's his triple badger. I have 2 of the double badgers. I do not have this moment right here. And, I feel like at this point in my collection, I probably should. I saw him at 4K earlier, so I'm probably just getting liquidated for the next little while to see if that keeps up, because I'm not going to be able to keep my hands off of that Zion. And again, guys, I'm kind of going to take it easy on the buying from now on, unless I get too drunk. By the way, guys, I'm drinking wine tonight. Let me know what you're drinking yourself. I'll be honest, I don't drink a whole lot, but at least I haven't in the last year or so. But guys, going live stream is different than recording. You can't take stuff back that you say on a live stream. So I have my little glass of wine to accompany me through this. All right. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Getting a little bit liquid because that Zion is really, really catching my attention. The Jokic, I don't know. I love Jokic, potential MVP. Why did I buy him now when there's still more coming into the market? I can't even give you a reason. That just tells you that I don't follow my own advice, guys. And I want to talk about that as well. Remind me to talk about that. De'Aaron Fox, he's just a monster. He's a beast. So is DeJounte Murray. Kemba Walker I pulled in a pack. So anyway, so that I'm not buying that much right now. I did make some buys earlier in the week that I want to show you as well. But if I'm getting liquid, it's to buy more. All right. So Trae Young, guys, if you didn't see on Twitter, I went a little bit bananas on Trae Young. And I've been focusing a lot lately on the quality of moments themselves. So when I first got into NBA Top Shot, I was ignoring the moments. In fact, I wasn't even looking at the moments. I'll be honest. I wasn't. I was just almost treating them like static cards. And that's totally the wrong approach, because as Roham said publicly on Twitter, there's a huge advantage to having a dynamic, video and moment than there is to a static card. And it was just me having to adjust to the fact that there's another layer involved in collecting that there wasn't, and that I wasn't accustomed to before. So as soon as I found out that Trae Young's moment was now the second moment on the site, that is a Kobe tribute. If you haven't seen this and you have not caught on to this, then, first of all, that 3-pointer is like almost from half court. So Damian Lillard style. So you got to appreciate that. But right at the end of the moment, he salutes to the floor and points at 2-4. And so, the fact that that was a, tribute to Kobe, I can't get my hands off of this thing. So I bought a ton. Now, look, I know at least one of you said you went and bought Trae Young because I bought Trae Young. And when I bought Trae Young, the Cool Cats pack had not been announced. Literally 12 hours later, I'm pretty sure by the time I woke up, Cool Cats pack was announced. And that's not when you want to be buying Trae Young. Like at 35K CC moment, best time to buy that is when they're being dropped into the market. So if you don't have a Trae Young right now and you're interested in one, I think he's holding pretty good at 14 now. I think there's probably, he's holding at 14. There's just one at 13. It's probably gone already, which is holding pretty good. But guys, last time I checked, only 50% of the Trae Young moments had actually been pumped into the market. So I would probably hold up a bit because I think it's possible that we'll see Trae Young down to $10 again, at which point I may look to average in the ones that I bought here, which I bought somewhere in and around $17, $18, $19 market. I bought Devin Booker because, guys, it's an absolute sin that I didn't realize that when I sold my Cool Cats Devin Booker after that disastrous trade, I bought, the Cool Cats when I first came in, and Cool Cats 2 were completely overinflated. And so anyway, I bought this one just because I felt bad that I didn't have a Devin Booker, and he's like literally one of the best players in the NBA, one of the ones I love watching the most. And I just want to start building up my Devin Booker collection. But anyways, about Campazzo, man, I was so hurt when Jamal got injured. You got to understand, guys, I'm Canadian, so I'm always going to be biased with Canadian players. The NBA has not had the quality of Canadian players that we have today ever in its existence. So absolutely, of course, I'm so big on the Canadian players in the NBA. I don't want to support them and buy their moments. But Jamal Murray went off in the playoffs last year in a way that it just blew my mind. And clearly he's a player that just goes off in playoffs. And when the moments, when there's a lot up for stakes. I had been collecting Jamal Murray's, and then the injury happened. I was pretty upset about that. And so, Facundo's price went up simply because of the fact that he's going to get more playing time. So I gave him a buy. He's back down again. Guys, if you don't know by now, I'm the master of buying the top and NBA Top Shot. So please, I sincerely mean this. Look, don't buy just because I'm buying. I'm someone that I can hold for a long time, not get nervous. I don't mind if anything that I buy goes down. I'm accustomed to it. I pretty much assume that if I'm going to make a purchase, it's going to go down instantly. And that is what has happened with me and NBA Top Shot from the moment I got in. So I'm not the most opportune when it comes to buying. I don't listen to my own advice. I feel like I give good advice, but I don't follow my own advice. So anyways, when I show you my collection, be very wary, guys. Facundo, I noticed, went down quite a bit from the pump that it had. So, my non-financial advice, right? You do you, I do me, is that he's back at that level again, where I actually do think with some increased playing time in the playoffs and the fact that he has triple badges, I actually do think that is a good buy. I wouldn't say buy it based on the fact that he's a rookie, because if you don't know, he's like a 30-year-old rookie. So, I wouldn't be buying it based on that. I had not bought it based on that. But now I'm looking at Facundo going, hey, here, you got to think the Nuggets are going to have a playoff run. They're playing incredibly well. They were without Jamal. I mean, they still got who's the potential MVP of the year with Jokic. Facundo's not bad himself. So anyway, there might be an argument to make there now that he's come back down in value. In terms of quality of moments, man, this Kawhi, I'm just in love with it. I'm obsessed with it. First of all, yeah, Raptors fan. This guy, someday I will show you my physical collection of things that I have in the basement. And one of the things I have is a poster of Kawhi's shot with the Raptors in Game 7 against the Sixers. We call it the shot. And you know what? The mask, man, the Phantom Kawhi. Come on, guys. I don't know, man. I don't think there's another masked player with a moment on the site. So I'm going a little bit bananas, and I have been buying some Kawhis. And anytime I kind of see him dip below $10, I've been buying him up. I did fill out my Kawhi collection. Bought some Steph Curry's. Again, those were just bad buys, guys. This is all bad buys. I'm like telling you right now, this was drunk buying. Like this LeBron James, guys. It's hilarious because I'm like one of the first to say that I'm really not big on these moments, on the All-Star moments. I mean, look, if I show you this LeBron, right? I'm sure many of you have seen it, but look how we're just letting LeBron dunk. And, with me having realized like how important the quality of the moment is, I don't know. I'm not excited about any of the All-Star games. So that was a drunk buy. Now, what I was thinking when I drunk bought him, there is still a little bit of thinking that I do. One is that he had been trading for 1850 consistently. And I saw him drop down to 1600 late at night. And I figured, you know what? LeBron is my currency. If you haven't heard me say that on this channel, guys, I don't look at my portfolio and look at the Canadian or US equivalent of the value. I look at how many LeBrons do I have, how many rares do I have, how many players do I have. My currency is NBA Top Shot moments. But LeBron for me is really, I mean, there is no player that I have more of other than the man himself, LeBron. And I think I might have more LeBrons than Trae Young's, to be honest. Or it's going to be really, really close. But the point being is, I bought that LeBron because the price dipped, but also because this might be the only rare LeBron that I can afford forever. And so, he's still at a buyable price. And, maybe in 5 years, the fact that this is the only rare LeBron I have will actually mean something more than the quality of the moment itself. And so that's the only reason why I drunk bought LeBron. There's a little bit of rhyme to the reason there, but I probably should have waited. He's down since I bought him. So anyway, so that's it. So guys, let me know if I'm missing something in terms of quality of moments, because I'm on this buying binge for hidden quality moments that I don't know about. And I wanted to say something, guys. I don't know, but I've heard Jacob in a few different office hours or somewhere on Twitter land or wherever he said it. I've heard them say this a couple times that, it's not out of the question that audio can potentially be added to the moments themselves at some point. It's not there today. They do not own the licenses. Reading in between the lines, it sounds like actually maybe the NBA doesn't own the audio piece, or maybe they do. And there's more complexity with licensing the audio out. I don't know what it is. Maybe somebody else knows. I haven't figured that out. But regardless, it is not a technology problem, guys. We can get audio in these moments. And what I mean is not the Mike Conley narrate the moment audio. I'm talking about the call that is made when the moment happens. And I started to think, how many moments today are on this platform where the audio call itself would make the moment more significant? And so I'm looking way further ahead, starting to think, are there moments here that are undervalued because people don't appreciate the quality of the moment itself simply because you didn't hear the call? And it's very difficult to get context when you don't get the call. And so I don't know, maybe since we want to talk about Cool Cats as the next thing that I wanted to chat about, maybe I'll use Russell Westbrook's moment because this is one of those moments where I feel like it's pretty meh, right? Like it's a 3-pointer. Sure, looks awesome. I mean, it is against the Nets. But on the surface, when you look at it, yeah, it's a Russell Westbrook 3-pointer. You can barely catch the fact that it's a buzzer beater. Yes, this kind of talks about the moment itself. I'll be honest, I haven't read so many of these that I know a lot of people haven't either. So you don't necessarily read through this to understand the importance of the moment, but I really do feel like, if I'm not mistaken, guys, I think what happened in this game is they were down. They tied the game. They stole the ball and then won the game with a buzzer beater right there and then. I'm sure that audio call was probably pretty badass. So, that's why I'm kind of starting to look at moments. Let me know, guys. What are some hidden quality moments that you know about that I don't know about? I straight up, I want to start collecting these. And again, you got to remember, I'm a long-term holder. So I will literally hold a moment until audio comes on this platform, even if it's 5 years from now, and not stress about it. So let me know. Let me know if you got some ideas. I'm seeing the Miles Bridges dunk. Man, which Miles Bridges is like, this guy's off his rocker. He's just like a dunking freaking highlight, man. I'm loving him. I don't even know that I own a Miles Bridges moment. Let's see. I can't remember, but he's just a highlight reel lately. And I got to be honest, before I, started watching a lot more of the NBA, thanks to NBA Top Shot and a lot less of the Raptors, I'm noticing some players that I hadn't noticed before. I don't own a Miles Bridges, and I'm like really big on him right now. So thanks for the feedback there. I'm gonna check that one out, especially because he was already on my list of players that I wanted to buy. So appreciate that, Nick Swervis. I'll check him out for sure. Anyways, okay, let's move on to Cool Cats. So what are your thoughts, guys, on where am I going here? Cool Cats. Okay, so thank you to Own the Moment, guys. By the way, when it comes to evaluate market, Own the Moment, moment ranks, like, there's a lot of tools. NFT AI was creating a new tool as well. There's a lot of tools, and I kind of take some good from all of them. I don't find that any one is really the best, although I'm starting to lean more towards Own the Moment right now. So I'm really liking the stuff that they're putting out. Anyway, Cool Cats ends in 4 days. Currently at 366. Cool Cats is the first that I know of. Anyway, I might be wrong on this one, that actually has common moments that are 15,000 LE. And so Serge Ibaka is I think it might be the first moment that I sell at a profit. And I'm not joking, guys. I've been here a month, and I think Ibaka was one of the first that I sold at a profit. I mean, he was 5x from when I bought him. I'm not doing the Cool Cats challenge. Absolute no-brainer for me to sell him. Luckily, I had him before. X-Raptor won the championship with us. That's probably the reason why I had him. And actually, that moment was one of the first that I bought on the platform, period. And I think I bought him at $20 or something like that. Anyway, so he went down all the way to $9, I think he was at. So point being is, I'm not doing the challenge. If you don't know, I rushed into this platform during Cool Cats 2. I finished the challenge. I'm not glad I did at this point. I got burned pretty bad. At this point, I've sold most of those Cool Cats at a significant loss, especially my Luka Doncic. But anyway, so be it. So, the economics of the challenges are still fairly broken. So if you're thinking whether you should do this challenge, right now it's going to cost you $366 if you don't have any of the moments. So let's just go and assume you don't, and you're going to buy all the moments. It'll cost you $366. So far, 2,600 have completed the challenge. Previous challenges tend to be somewhere around 7,500, 7K. So we can anticipate you're going to have that many that many people completing the challenges. Do I see the value? I don't know. It might be getting close to breaking even, depending on on where this ends up. It's a little bit early to call. We still got 4 days to go. I not a financial advisor, but I expect this challenge to continue to go down. I don't really see any signs or reasons why this is going to start to skyrocket up. So, we'll wait and see a couple days closer to the challenge ending. If we also look at Russell, it's a little bit difficult, to compare Russell Westbrook's value. But let's look at the Westbrooks out there right now on the market, and there just aren't a lot of series to compare to. Not a whole lot to compare to, but anyway, if we look at let's sort here by series 2, and we see here, so he's obviously going to be somewhere in and around here. So he's not going to be $409. He's going to be above 7. Now let's look at the challenge that I completed. My man AD, who really let me down, man. I had visions of this AD being worth a lot more, being uninformed. And I think challenges are basically for people that are uninformed, like I was when I bought. So I think maybe this makes sense somewhere in and around this price for that Russell Westbrook when the challenge is done. But these guys, the rest of these guys are going to be worth nothing. We all know what's going to happen to these guys when the challenge is over. A little bit worried about how low they are already, to be honest. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know that this challenge right now economically, I don't think it makes sense for me to do it. Now, hey, look, you're a Russell Westbrook fan, and if that's the case and you're looking for a serial pull, that's a whole different story. To each their own at that point, but financially speaking, the other reason why you might actually want to complete this challenge is there's a lot of rumors, right, about Cool Cats, and are they going to do something special for those that completed all of the challenges? I wasn't fortunate enough to have heard about NBA Top Shot during Cool Cats 1. So I only completed Cool Cats 2. Of course, didn't do 3 and not doing 4. But the point being is if I was 3 in already and I've completed the last 3, I'm probably completing this challenge if that's the case. So that's a whole different mentality from that perspective. What's up, my man, Lord Truffington? Hey, Crypto Poppy, don't these CC4 have a 20K mint, so the percent of completions is likely to be higher than the CC3? Yep, absolutely. Very, very possible. And yeah, I mean, so for that reason, I'm going to kind of stick to not doing this challenge. I think this is going to be overloaded with players completing the challenges. And again, for all the same reasons I just said, I'm not going to do it myself. And I think there's a good reason to do it if you are going to do it yourself. What else did I want to talk about? What did you guys think about tops, guys? I'm really curious. I want to know, guys. Hit me with a 1 if you are in and already subscribed to the Tops NFT. Hit me with a 2 if you have absolutely no interest in it. I did get in. I created an account. I got into the free pack. I am a massive baseball fan, guys. I actually know more about baseball than I do about the NBA. And, so I'm interested. I know about all the issues that they've talked about with Wax. I could not agree more with Roham and his tweet about the just got the free pack. Is that pack out? You're saying yeah. Sorry, Lord Truffle. You're saying you signed up for the free pack, yeah, as I did. So yeah, I agree. It's static cards. I agree with Roham 1,000% at the moment. And the fact that it's a highlight and, having a dynamic moment just adds so much more. So I'm with him there. So that's definitely less attractive for me. However, I'm going to tinker with it. Why not? I mean, I got a free pack, right? That's coming at some point. To be honest, getting into NBA Top Shots kind of got me a little bit interested in the physical collector's market. And I've always been interested, but very passively. And I've got a physical collection I'll show you guys in my basement. I actually really want to show you that at some point. I'll probably live stream that and do a video on that because I've got some pretty interesting physical stuff. So I was going to buy a Shohei Ohtani rookie and take a flyer on that just because, I mean, man, you know, the dude could literally change the game of baseball and is like touted as the next Babe Ruth. And his prices still seem pretty reasonable. So what I'm probably going to do is not buy the cardboard version and maybe buy the Topps digital version just because it's so early in the digital game that if Topps does actually end up getting it right, I might actually, you know, prefer having the digital version than the cardboard version. But at the end of the day, no, I'm not thinking that's going to the moon right now. I'm kind of lukewarm on it. I'll see what happens. Don't love the fact that they're static cards, and I do think they're missing the boat there as well. Showcases, guys. I haven't made my showcase. I tweeted out earlier. I'm just starting to get into the showcases thing. I haven't been focusing on it. Haven't made one. Haven't found the inspiration to do so. I really wish, guys. I don't know what you think, but I kind of wish that you know, the showcase challenge, the reward for it was maybe points towards accumulating packs or something. Like, I wish that it wasn't just $20 Dapper. You know, I wish that the incentive to doing and to putting in the work was to actually somehow have a better chance packs. I tweeted this out last night, guys, and I really, really, really hope that where Dapper's going with the pack system is that, and this comes from experience with the FIFA Ultimate Team trading market. But I really kind of hope that they turn the baller status, which I heard is coming back next week. So I'm happy for that because I hope that baller status in some way starts to actually accumulate so that you can go and participate in packs based on how much activity you have on the platform. I would love to see basically rewards, baller status rewards for logging in, for transacting in the marketplace, for gifting, for, well, maybe not for gifting because, you know, we know bots are gifting a lot. Maybe for buying moments, not for selling. But the point being is, I mean, if you don't want bots to get packs, then make it a play system where you have to play to accumulate rather than pay or create multiple accounts. So I hope that's where that's going. I kind of wish that's where the showcase thing went. And because of that, I'm not that excited about the showcase, but I'm actually excited about just giving back to you guys and liking the heck out of all of the stuff in terms of all of the showcases that you guys are putting together. If I don't make one, whatever, so be it. But I'll definitely like some for you guys. So show me it on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter. Let me know what you want me to like, and I will go ahead and like your showcase. You know, one question I get a lot. Actually, let me deal with the comments. Nick Swervis, are you going to try and hodl packs on top to rip into them immediately? Man, good question. I've been thinking about this one a lot, and let me have a sip. I'll tell you what my philosophy is on that. And, well, first of all, as a true collector, I just can't. I can't. I get a pack, I gotta rip it, man. So it starts with that. It took me long, you know, it took me a lot to basically hold it so that when I opened my legendary pack, if you don't know, I opened it up on Plunge's stream, and I'm glad I did anyways. But the point being is, just as a true collector, I want to see what I got. The other thing is that I kind of want to know what I have, because I feel like I can make better, smarter decisions with that money if I see what's in front of me. So depending on what I pull, right, my what I'm going to do is going to be different. Like, for example, you know, I put my holo up on the market, and I showed you guys that I've got them up on the market right now. And that's because I just feel like I can put that money elsewhere and have it grow better than, this John Collins moment. And so I kind of rather know what I have, so I know if I need to liquidate it and put it somewhere else or use those funds somewhere where they're going to grow more over the next 4 or 5 years. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be pretty fun to see somebody in 5 years open up Hollow Pack that was just released now. Now, it isn't going to be fun, and it might actually not work very well if we know what's in that pack. So if you hold your pack for long enough, everything is transparent on the blockchain, we're going to know what pack you have. And at that point, the unpredictability of the pack itself is going to be gone. So I don't think you can hold forever, especially something as something like the legendary pack that was released where there was only 2,500 of them. I don't know how many are left in the market. There were only 15 LeBrons left when I opened my pack, and I started to get worried that by the time I open my pack, there's less and less LeBrons. So I'd be worried if I'm holding on to a legendary pack and there's no LeBrons left, because the premium on your pack is gone and people are not going to pay what they're paying right now in the market. Because let's be real. Everybody wants to pull the LeBron, or everybody wants to pull the Edwards. I mean, why would you not want to? Even if you hate LeBron, why would you not want the $25,000 moment and liquidate it? So that's the tricky part about that. You hold too long, and now everybody knows what's in your pack. Or, if there's only a couple of them, people can do the math and say, well, now, the economics of buying that pack or paying for that pack might not make sense. Now, right now, paying for a pack makes sense because of the economics, but that's all probably going to change in the next year or so. So anyway, I'm not a holder for the reason that I'm just, I'm a collector. I want to rip it, but because I want to reinvest my funds. I want to know where my funds are. I want to know where they are, and I want to know that I put them in the place where I think they're going to have the maximum value over time. So be careful. Be careful. I see a lot of YouTubers talking about, I'm holding my packs. And I'm like, yeah, that's going to work only for a certain amount of time before it doesn't work for you. One thing I want to say, guys, and I do want to keep this one to mostly focused around NBA Top Shot. But if you don't know, Doge has been completely mooning. And I don't have Doge. I did at some point. I don't anymore. But let me say this and how it relates to NBA Top Shot. Guys, the reason why Doge is so freaking good and so positive and so mooning, I give it to the community itself. That is a relentless community of people that, for their own reasons, almost cult-like, religiously, believe in their coin. And that community managed to get Elon Musk's attention. And now, of course, Elon Musk is probably the king of the community. And what I want to say is that I feel like NBA Top Shot, this community here has a potential to do the same thing and even better. Because at the end of the day, guys, Doge doesn't really have utility. It is a bit of a joke coin. It isn't anymore. If you're, don't mistake what I'm saying. I think you have to take Doge seriously now. But I'm saying that I think you have to take it seriously because of the power of the community. And so, why are we doing this? Why are we not that positive community that is saying, I am not selling my stuff. I am holding. I believe in the future of this community. I believe in the future of the product. I strongly feel that Top Shot is one of the first products that I have seen that literally finally transcends crypto, puts crypto into a potential household name with, at some point, the fact that NBA Top Shot is on Dapper is completely irrelevant. I think at some point, maybe it doesn't even sit on Dapper. At the end of the day, the risk is there. Roham has admitted this in one of his interviews. NBA could take this product into a different blockchain if they wanted to. At the end of the day, the NBA owns this IP and not Dapper Labs. So don't confuse that. So if this doesn't work out with Dapper and NBA is not happy, like maybe some withdrawal issues, things could change. The point being is the product itself, as a product, to me, it's an absolute hit. And what blockchain is on is irrelevant. Someday, guys, I don't know if any of you are in IT or understand the cloud, but right now, the cloud that you sit on, whether you sit on Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud or Microsoft Cloud, is completely irrelevant. Okay. It's completely relevant to the product that you're building and, to the fact that, are people going to consume your product and adopt your product? The back underlying infrastructure is irrelevant. And so when you're using Gmail today, it's irrelevant to you what infrastructure is providing that service to you. And so what I'm telling you is that when these, dapper issues are resolved, this product for me literally could be the first crypto product that crypto is no longer talked about. That's why I'm so freaking bullish on this product. That's why I'm going irresponsibly long on this. Guys, when I tell you I don't follow my own advice, I have more in NBA Top Shot than I should. If I follow my advice, my typical portfolio when it comes to crypto, and first of all, I'm high risk, right? So, I have way more in crypto than I do in many ways in other investments, because I do love the high risk stuff. But I've gone completely irresponsible because my crypto portfolio, if we include NBA Top Shot, now consists of like some ETH, some Bitcoin, and a heck of a lot of NBA Top Shot. And that's not the advice I would give anybody. I would say if you're going to be in crypto, you want maybe 50% Bitcoin, maybe, 30% ETH, and then maybe 20% highly volatile coins, which I put NBA Top Shot in that realm. Yet that's not how I'm making out right now. Like I'm in on this, man. Like I am bullish, irresponsibly long, put too much money in and whatever. And it's sometimes logic, you throw it out the window. And for me, it's because this literally is a moment that I've been waiting for a really long time, being invested in crypto for a really long time. Sorry for the rant, guys, but this was the day I found out about NBA Top Shot, and I logged in and I saw it took me no time to realize that, holy crap, this is it. I had seen other NFTs. I had not bought a single NFT. I looked at the Street Fighter thing. I looked at the art thing. Nothing called my attention. But the way that they put this together, and that the way that they bring the collectible market together with the trading market, with the investing market, with just overall fun. And we haven't even got into gaming yet, guys. Like, as someone that is a massive gamer, I mean, I've got my Call of Duty headphones on right now because I'm a huge gamer. I've spent stupid money on skins for Fortnite, on Ronaldo's, on FIFA Ultimate Team. My boy right there, Armando, knows, man, I gifted him, a Brazilian weight, his first FIFA Ultimate Team player. I still remember when you could gift on that platform. But the point being is I'm just all over this stuff. This is the first product that brings all of that together. And so for me, hey, look, it's not about, it's really about that. It's what becomes a household name is the first product that can really just bring it together. So there you go. Sorry for the rant, guys, but it needs to be said that if you're looking at my account or you're looking at the things I'm doing as an example of what to do, don't, because I'm irresponsibly long on this. I'm willing to live with my failures. If this doesn't work out for me, then whatever. Of course, I won't be happy. It is what it is, but I'm also in this to win it, and it could be 5 years down the road that I actually get to cash in on this. All right? My wife, guys, our car is 11 years old and completely breaking down. It's a piece of crap at this point. My wife is settled on a Tesla. She wants a Tesla, and I can't, guys. I can't because I got to have LeBron. I need LeBron. I gotta tell her, I cannot buy you a Tesla, man. I need LeBron. And, one is a depreciating asset. What's that Tesla going to be worth in 10 years? I don't even know. It's not terrible compared to the gas cars. But at the same time, guys, what's LeBron going to be worth in 10 years? So I'm not even joking, guys. I am so in on this that I told my wife that maybe I'll trade my car in. She gets a new car, and I will take the piece of crap thing that's falling apart and drive it for 5 years. I should pay the penalty for the fact that I need my LeBron. I don't need no Tesla. I need LeBron. All right. So listen, guys, I'm in this irresponsibly long. Don't pay attention to the stuff I do from that perspective. I'll always try to give you advice from the perspective of, an investor, a trader, an analyst, and not from the stuff I do. So when I show you my collection, don't tell me the next day that you went and bought Trae Young because I bought him, because somebody did that, and I'm upset that they're down 50% in this community just because I bought him. Okay? I do stupid things all the time. All right. What else do we want to talk about? Sorry about that rant. You know what? I don't even know that I have that much more to talk about. Let me know what you guys have any questions. I'm not used to this live stream thing. I'm just ranting and you guys are talking. That's right. Armando's talking about that. That's it. Danny Alves, FIFA 13. I gifted it to him. Man, I still remember that moment. Why do I love NBA Top Shot so much? Because it reminds me of that exact day. The day I discovered the FIFA Ultimate Team, and I went to Armando. I said, Armando, you got to get in this with me, man. We got to collect the team together. I cannot wait, guys, for the day that NBA Top Shot makes a deal with EA Sports or 2K, and we're talking about I own a LeBron, and I can now play with him in-game, and screw the Ultimate Team market. That needs to go away. EA needs to go crypto. EA needs to go into the stuff that the NFT space is doing. That's the future. And I think that is the real utility when that happens. When I have Trae Young in my collection and I can go and play with Trae Young in 2K, the world changes. That's it, guys. That's the moment. Why am I buying it now? Because the day that can happen is too late. You don't want to buy it when people are buying then, right? You want to buy now when everybody and their mother is down on the product. They're upset. They can't get withdrawal access, which, by the way, guys, I saw a tweet from my man, I think it was Max Minster, who I'm loving. This dude speaks the truth. If you guys don't follow him yet, you should. But I just saw, I believe today he tweeted out that withdrawals are going to the moon. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. Guys, that looks like freaking Dogecoin chart, doesn't it? Why did it disappear on me? Hey, look at that. Does that not look like the Dogecoin chart? All of a sudden, we got well over 100,000 people with withdrawal access. Guys, I dream of the day that withdrawal issues are far gone. Nobody's talking about them. I don't have withdrawal access. I don't care. If I don't have it in, maybe a couple months, I'll be pretty pissed because I came in with the expectation that I would have it in 6 to 8 weeks, maybe 12. I know lots of people came in with the expectation that they would have it at 30 days, and they don't, and they have the right to be upset, and they have the right to call out Dapper. I'm not saying don't call them out. Do that. But that's also how I gauge the market. When do I want to be buying? Do I want to be buying when everybody's complaining about withdrawal access and everybody's saying Top Shot is dead? Hashtag Top Shot is dead? That for me, that's when I'm buying. I'm not buying, guys, the day I can grab LeBron James, buy him in this place, and go use him in game. Or, for example, buy LeBron James, and it means that I get access to now potentially a Toronto Raptors playoff game. Guys, when utility hits this market, that's when this market's going to boom. And so don't wait till then. Don't be that guy that says, oh, wow, I heard about Top Shot. I had an account. I put money in. I sold it. lower than I put money in because I was really upset because it was a terrible platform. And then you're buying back when everybody else is buying. That's usually not great. That's not the time to buy. Now, keep in mind, you got to believe in the product. You got to believe in the product. So if you came into this marketplace, you put in money, I have to believe that you did that. There's a lot of reasons why you might do that, but I'm hoping nobody in this community did it because they thought that in a week they were going to be able to pull their money out and make a killing. That, if you did it there, hey, sorry, man, you're going to get burned. Like, pretty much doesn't matter. You might as well put your money in Dogecoin because right now it might have a better shot at actually doing that than NBA Top Shot. But at the end of the day, if you really believe in what you're buying and you're buying it because you've done your research and you understand where this can go, then the fact that it dropped 50%, 60%, why does that change your opinion about the platform? Should it? And I do believe, guys, that the withdrawal access is sort of just the thing to beat on. If withdrawal access wasn't here, we'd be beating something else up. The fact is, this market has been tanking for a month. A lot of people have been burned. A lot of people have lost money, and that's going to get people upset. And so it doesn't matter what the topic is. There is at the end of the day, the market tanked, and that's not good for anybody. Hey, people are upset. That's where I buy. That's me, guys. I am slowing down my buying. I've kind of had enough of buying and watching it go down. All I'm saying is, take that as advice that just because you see your portfolio go down doesn't mean you should hate the product or that it makes it any lesser of a product. Go on the fundamentals, never on the value of the product. Speaking of value, holy moly, Lord Truffington, I know you've been all over this one. I've been watching you on Twitter, and I know that it seems absolutely bananas that Dapper Labs, sold a portion, sold some raised funds and sold a portion of their equity, I think at a 2-point-something billion valuation. And, next thing you know, weeks later, they're selling at 3 times that valuation. It is a little bit wacky. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm not sure if we can find the actual article. There we go. So it's pinned right at the top of their tweet. It's good. Give me a sec. Actually, that's the previous one. But this is going to help make my point. So I'm with you, Truffington. I get it. It's a little weird. That valuation, like 3x, like basically Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant, and the other 16 people involved literally just 3x'd their investment, which is nuts in 2 weeks. The data doesn't lie. That's literally what happened. Having said that, my guess, this is pure speculation, guys. This is not, I know nothing. I don't work for Dapper. I know nothing about the intricacies of negotiating this deal, but a couple things that stand out to me is, it is Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant. Like, first of all, the people that are buying, they're not just bringing money to the table. There are intangibles and maybe even tangibles in that contract that none of us know about, right? So maybe the $300 million was the monetary value, but what are Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant doing on top of that? So maybe the business itself was already valued at more money, but Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant said, well, we're going to give you this and we're going to give you that, and we're going to negotiate a deal for moments on the site, and you're going to get access to some other licensing. Contracts are way more complex than just, what we see in the news. So I think there's a possibility there. I also think there's a possibility that basically Dapper Labs made an exclusive deal in this round with the Michael Jordans and Kevin Durants and whoever else was on that list, knowing that, that was an exclusive deal for players, and then they were already working on the next deal, and that the people who evaluated at $7 billion already knew about this. I mean, you got to wonder, like, guys, these guys are morons. Like, the people buying Dapper Labs at a 7-point-something billion dollar valuation, they're not morons. So did they not know that Michael Jordan just bought it 2 weeks before? Of course they knew. Or never mind, because the deal probably, all I got to think is the deal wasn't public while both of these deals are being worked out. Both of these deals had to have been worked out in the boardroom at the same time. At least conversations were happening at the same time. I cannot imagine that, it just 3x'd. That, that the news that Michael Jordan bought Dapper Labs made a bunch of investors FOMO in. Because it kind of looks like that on the surface, right? Like, do we literally have investors FOMOing in the way we the way I FOMO'd into NBA Top Shot and bought a bunch of LeBron James at like 100x? It looks like that, but I got to give these guys a little more credit. These guys are morons. They're putting a lot of money in. So I got to think there's something here that we don't know about, or some things that were worked out previously, or something in the contract that we simply don't know about. And hey, look, at some point, maybe this will come out. And I love it, Truffington, how you're questioning that, right? Because we need people to actually question things like this. And I hope to God, man, guys, if this is investors FOMOing in, that's bad. That's not good for us. Because they will take their money out. If they FOMO'd in and they find that they're wrong, they'll be the first ones to take a hit. Like, they're probably more willing to take hits than we are, at least me, on my moments that I buy. So I would be very, very worried and panic if that literally is what happened, is that the valuation tripled in 2 weeks with no data to convince these investors that there's, this is the reason why you should pay 3x more. But man, like, where's their due diligence? They did no like, you guys watch Shark Tank, right? And you see deals fall apart, right? After the fact, right? Because they make a deal, right? Initially based on what they're hearing and maybe a little bit of FOMO. I've seen Mark Cuban get some FOMO on Shark Tank. And then next thing you know, the deal falls apart. I would have expected that. But, they went through with the deal. I'm hoping they did their due diligence. We'll find out. But it's definitely an interesting thing, man. I don't know that I remember a company that I don't know if I ever remember a company that was valued at a certain value and 2 weeks later sold for 3x. That, I don't know. Maybe the examples are there. Maybe that's what we should look up. Maybe we should try and figure out whether there's been examples of this and what's happened there when it has happened. So, what are you saying, Truffington? I think the rumor is just not true. Oh, sorry. So you think that the rumor that Dapper Labs has a deal for 7 point whatever billion dollars isn't true? Is that right? Is that what you're saying? Because I thought, maybe that's me. I thought it was a done deal. I thought it was pretty official. But you make a point, right? Why did I come into Dapper Labs here, right? And why aren't they announcing that deal? So maybe you're onto something, man. You make a good point. Maybe the rumor's just not true, and maybe that's not happening. Although, although, why didn't Roham deny it? Like, well, I guess he didn't deny because he doesn't comment, and he did comment on Twitter about this deal, about the rumor deal. He said, I don't comment on rumor deals, but he said, but it's possible that happened. So you're right, man. You might be onto something, man. Maybe it's not a done deal. So you know what? Maybe you should all just wait until it's actually official and we get the details of the deal. But anyways, there's scenarios, guys. There's scenarios where this is true. And of course, there's scenarios where it isn't. And at the end of the day, I'm still pretty darn excited about the future of Top Shot, if you haven't noticed yet. All right. What else, guys? What else do you want to chat about? I'm probably going to go on about 5 minutes. Love to have dinner with my fam, although I think they probably already finished dinner without me. I'll try and find, guys, a schedule for sure where I can do this on a sort of predictable basis so that you guys know when I'm talking Top Shot. I'm definitely going to have Plunge on this channel, guys. I didn't want to bother him today because I saw a tweet from him saying that today was Dad Day. By the way, guys, I did that yesterday. I feel so guilty. I just not have a whole lot of time to spend with my family. I do have a full-time job. I am an IT exec by day, and we're really busy at work too, and kind of doing this DGen thing by night. So, my poor family sort of, had to take the punishment of that. Now, if you don't know, guys, I'm in Canada, in Ontario, complete disaster when it comes to COVID. We are literally locked down like, China was when COVID started. Like, this is all out lockdown. I'm sure there's tanks, right? Rob Ford's got tanks roaming the streets. So what am I doing, guys? I'm freaking live streaming. What else am I going to do? But anyways, yesterday I took my family for a hike. It was an incredible time. So incredible to get out into nature. I've been in front of a computer way too long. But anyway, so I do want to find a predictable schedule where I can go live. I'm loving this live stuff. I hadn't done it just because I was a little bit nervous, to be honest with you, because I don't get to edit out my mistakes. But I actually kind of feel like I'm just better fit to just talk live and interact with an audience. So I'll let you know, guys. I'll put it out there. Let me know if you have any other questions. If not, I'll probably go and do dinner late tonight and watch a little bit of b-ball, right? Probably do that tonight as well. Maybe catch a movie too with the fam. But all right, guys, I'm not seeing any questions come in. So listen, I appreciate your support. Look, the support lately has been awesome ever since Plunge put me on a stream. And we're going to have him on this channel, okay? We're going to have him on this channel. And I want to know more about him. You guys tell me. I don't know a lot about him. I want to know, why'd you get in? How long have you been in? What are you doing? And what's your role in this community? Because I think everybody has sort of a role to play in the community. I'm very intrigued by what his role is. Anyway, but you know what else we're going to have, guys? I got a follow from Roham, and I'm telling you right now, we're going to have Roham on this channel. And we're going to get him on here because there's no reason why a guy that isn't as passionate and big on NBA Top Shot should not have Roham talking to him on the channel. I'm going to ask him the good questions. I'm going to ask him the tough questions. But dude, I believe in this guy. I think where he's taking the business is where I'm putting my money. So obviously I believe in him. So I would love to talk to him. Is he going to talk to a guy with 300 followers? I don't know. Whatever. We're going to make it happen anyway. Maybe we'll make it a record. Roham talks to the guy with the least followers on the internet. Anyways, guys. All right, man. Appreciate all your support. If you're watching this later on, hit the like, guys. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe. Love you all. Checking out. Peace.